We have here special guest Henry Garcia, Ryan Garcia's dad and coach. It's been a while. How are you doing tonight?
Hey man, I'm doing great. I'm excited for this upcoming fight, and we're gonna be ready, man. I'm just waiting for us to join camp, which is gonna be, I would say, under 2 weeks.
Under 2 weeks. This is great
Hmm.
news. Obviously, the headlines of Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios. Obviously, in the same time, we have, Ryan Garcia very excited to, be
Yeah,
getting this title opportunity as well.
right,
Um, I have so many questions to start, but I wanted to start by, saying rest in peace to
right.
Victor Conte. He just passed away. I
Mhm.
mean, what's your reactions to his passing?
Well, I don't wish death on anyone, of course, and despite the rumors out there that he did this and you know possibly did that, I have to say, give my respects and say rest in peace, Mr. Conte.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Getting into this fight per se, what do you think about Mario Barrios as a fighter?
I like Mario Barrios. He's a slick fighter. He comes to fight. It's something that's you know we're expecting, and I see it as a good opportunity for Ryan to come back and display his skills as well. It's going to be an interesting fight. I look forward to it, and like I said, we will be ready.
Tell me, his last outing against Manny Pacquiao, do you feel like he won that fight? They ruled it a draw.
Mhm. Well, I mean, I have to rule it a draw as well, um, but I lean a little bit. I thought he was going to be more dominant, um, so it was like back and forth to me, and I just felt that a draw is valid. Um, but if there wasn't a draw, I would say Pacquiao got the best of it. I mean, that's the way I felt. But you know what? It was so close, and I think Pacquiao let it slip away. That's what I saw. But Pacquiao is a warrior, man. You can't take him lightly. That guy's he still has it. He's still there.
A lot of people were saying that,
Yeah.
when you fight Pacquiao, sometimes I don't want to say you turn into a groupie, but you kind of get into a
Yeah.
fan. Like you turn into a fan, him hopping around and stuff. Do
Right.
you feel like that
Right.
was that was the case with Mario Barrios? That why he wasn't able to pull the trigger at times?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you have a master boxer in front of you. It's something that's not easy to, overcome. And that's what was giving Barrios a hard time, and the experience that he has, it's not easy, and if you have legs still to bounce around, go back and forth, and you've got some movement still there, you're not gonna win that easily. And that's why I say I give power to Pacquiao still having it. I give him that, that he deserves it, and I really enjoyed watching that fight. That was good.
When you look at the two styles, right?
Mhm.
These guys are not necessarily the most defensive fighters, but they can hell punch, right? Both of them. What do you see in the fight as far as the stylistic matchup per se?
Per with Brian
With
and
the
Barrios.
Yes, with the
Yeah,
two
okay.
fighters.
Well, I mean, again, we both have skills. Brian has definitely all the skills. Mario does too. We have the experience, and we've got power. I believe that we have more power, and that's gonna take a toll on Mario. But hey, we're gonna be more prepared. Mind, body, and soul is the one that, and preparation is what puts you there, and your preparation is the one that executes the win.
How about the professional experience part? Who do you feel like has the edge on that part?
Well, both are professionals. Once you sign that, those licenses, as being a professional, you are a professional, and you have to act that way, and you have to fight that way. Those people that just don't have all that experience, and remember, keep in mind, we have a good pedigree behind us, so we've had so many fights, ahead of most boxers, but again. you have to be complete, and no matter what, you have to be complete. And I see Ryan very complete for this one going in.
Tell me what intrigues you the most about this matchup.
Because it's beautiful. It's a world title. It's something that it's not going to be like a COVID environment. It's going to be, it's going to be live group. It's going to be fans. It's going to be Vegas. It's going to be really nice. It's going to be the atmosphere is going to be a lot better than it was when he fought Rolly, which was pretty dull. But again, aside from all that, it's going to be a good entertainment for both of them. Mhm.
When you look at Mario Barrios among all the guys that Ryan
Mhm.
has shared the ring with,
Mhm.
what type of threat do you think he brings that the others haven't?
Well, again, being a professional, everybody has everyone's a threat, because you never know. I mean, that's you jump in that ring, it's you against him. So everybody has that threat. It's the experience and what kind of fight plan you're going to go in there with is what makes you will make you a better fighter and a winner. And that's something that all boxers and trainers should prepare their fighter for, is to how are you going to win, how you're going to execute, what kind of defenses you're going to have and so forth. But, for the most part, you got to be ready. Again, I'm going to emphasize this over and over and over. You have to be complete. You have to be 100% going in.
Tell me what makes Mario Barrios dangerous.
Well, it's just his experience too. He likes to come forward. He likes to, he likes to bang. He likes to, fight. I mean, that makes anybody dangerous. You know that. However, we also can do that. As you could see, Ryan, when he was fighting against other boxers, we did the same thing. So it's going to be a clash of titans.
Tell me, do you feel like this fight goes the distance?
I doubt that. I doubt that.
I agree.
Yeah, because I doubt that. I don't think it will. I mean, I see Ryan that the way he is and the way his mind is and mentality is and his physique, we're gonna definitely be ready. So I don't see a distance.
You talked about mindset, mental health, the
Yeah.
statement. Where is Brian Garcia's headspace right now?
He is a very high percentage. If it's not 100%, if it's in the high 90s, 100%. I love it. The only reason why it's not totally 100% is because the conditioning has to come to play. Once I see that the conditioning is there and the sparring is good, then let's interview again, and then I'll tell you for sure. But remember, it's at a high percentage right now.
At 147 pounds, do you feel like Ryan Garcia can really be the strongest at that weight class? Or do you feel like it's at maybe per se a higher weight class? I mean, what would you say? Do
Well,
you think
right
the weight
now,
cut is big or not?
being a welterweight, yeah, it is big because remember you hydrate into sometimes a junior middleweight, 54 or so. So it's a good weight for Ryan. I mean, that's I see it really good. It's perfect for him. Mhm.
Um, leading up, taking a couple steps back, right?
Yeah.
When we
Mhm.
were in New York City, you
Yeah.
fought Rolly Romero.
Yeah.
What was going on in that fight? What was going on in that trend? I know you talked about the ambiance and how a lot of the fighters stated that they weren't really too comfortable with the fact that they was outside the ring
Mhm.
walk, kind of
Yeah.
chilly. What do you say about the performance and do you give more credit to Rolly and as far as him and his Silas and what they brought to the table on that night? Or do you feel like guys like Shakur Stevenson say that wasn't the right Ryan Garcia that night? So
Absolutely, absolutely. He's absolutely right. I mean, I was told that Ryan's mom was told that 2 nights before the fight. And when that comes up, of course, you can't say anything. You can't back out either. But again, if you're not 100% going into something, anything can happen. And it was a dull moment. It's a dull fight. It wasn't Ryan. I mean, you compare Ryan to when he fought Oscar Duarte or even Luke Campbell. That's the Ryan, and that's the Ryan that you're going to see this fight because and when he fought Riley, Rolly, I mean, um, there's no way that was Ryan. There's no way. Even when he fought Fortuna and all that, just you could see it. He wasn't all there, and I felt bad, But again, I didn't. I was just the assistant, and just something that it was out of my just I just didn't have that much power, like his coach, who should have made some very important adjustments, But that's the past, I don't really like to live off the past. I like to just move forward and say, you know what, there's no excuse here. You got to give credit when credit is due, and just leave it like that, But we know deep inside that that wasn't Ryan. No way, it wasn't.
Guys like Bill Haney, Devin
Mhm.
Haney, they say, do you see the Ryan Garcia without PEDs? This
Mhm.
is who he looks like after that. Talking about the Rolly Romero fight. What's your reaction to that comment?
Well, they're kind of ignorant, when they say stuff like that because, they know damn well, and they know Ryan more than any boxer because we fought him in the amateurs. And if you really look at Ryan's history, all his fights before we even fought the Haneys. I mean, Ryan knocked people out. He beat them unanimously. I mean, and then for them to say the PEDs, they're just covering themselves up. Uh, they have to. They have to. And what a coincidence that his supplement was tainted. So it's just an ongoing thing. But you know what? Again, they know who Ryan is. I know that. I know deep down inside Bill knows. If anybody knows, it's Bill and his son, Devin. They know Ryan, and they know Ryan can crack. And I'm telling you, he busted his eardrum over there in in one of those tournaments that they were in, and they know how powerful Ryan is. So why would they say something like that? It's okay. It's fine, But we know. I know deep in my heart, my son is an excellent boxer, and he doesn't need any of that stuff. There's no way, that's scary for our family, to even think something like that. But it is what it is, and it's the past, and we move on.
Speaking of